Hi everybody, this is Kristen from A Voice and a View. I'm here to do a serious video today. So I'm going to explain a few things, and this might just seem crazy to you. But some of the details that I'm going to add are what I have to deal with on a daily basis. Okay, that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people can't see, what the awakened collective can see and hear. Okay, for those that, with the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Especially at this time of the Great Awakening. But I'll start out with this. So yesterday, I get home and my door is unlocked. Now, I never leave my door unlocked. Unless I fall asleep or something, which hardly ever happens anymore. I make sure that my door is locked before I go to bed and when I leave, and I know I locked it. I make a purpose effort to pay attention to what I'm doing. And my door was locked. So I get home last night and my door is unlocked. Now, I didn't report this because it was later, into the evening. But I know something was going on at my residence. And then today, my spirit guides came in and told me that there was plotting and planning going on this weekend towards me. So, change of plans. My spirit guides, spirit, God, whatever you want to call God, give me a heads up on what's going on behind my back. And these are the things that I have to deal with on a daily basis, guys. And you may think I'm imagining these things. You may think that, this stuff happens to me all the time. And it's been happening to me for years. I have people watching me all the time, following me. The evil stares. This has been going on for the last year or so, especially. It's been going on longer than that, but especially in the last year. With my 3 different moves since probably April 1st or so of last year. And crazy things have happened at all different residences. Just the other day, I was sitting in my car in a grocery store parking lot, and I happened to look up, and there was a man with his window totally down, and he did a quick look back at me. So I was keeping an eye on him. He was right next to my car, kind of like kitty corner. And I was watching him, and he totally did like a slow look at me. Not in a good way. And I knew that he was trying to scare me. I knew that he was trying to intimidate me. So I start my car and I drive past him really slow and stare right at him. Make sure that he knew that I knew what he was doing. And he didn't have good intentions in his eyes, guys. No rhyme intended. These kinds of situations are happening all over, to the collective, to the awakened. I'm not the only one. There are many, many more across the world, across this planet, that are awake and that are going through the same things that I'm going through. It's not an easy life. You know, my life has not been easy by far, my whole entire life. And guys, I have mentioned that I'm an earth angel. And I know I am. 100% know I am. Because I've been shown in so many ways. But do you know what the chosen means? It means we chose to come back here to help everyone through this difficult time. We volunteered to come back here because we are ascended masters. We have already ascended. But we chose and volunteered to come down here to go through this experience again, to help you through the darkness, to help you all understand what was happening, understand what is happening, so that you can get through it, so that you will know what to do, so you will understand the signs and synchronicities and the things happening around you, and how the world is changing, and how everyone is changing for the good or the opposite. But that's what the chosen means. It means we chose to be here at this time. And I don't say that I'm chosen, you know, using my ego, guys. Okay? I've been shown. I'm shown every day. I communicate with the spiritual realm from all the healing that I've done with my chakra system. Because the more trauma that comes off of you, the more healing you do, the closer you come back to God, just like a baby. When the trauma is not attached to you. Okay, the more you can see, the more you can hear, the more you experience, the more signs you're given. And I can communicate with the natural world. And my angels communicate with me. My spirit guides give me signs. All the time. So this is not out of ego. This is not out of me trying to get likes on my page. This is 100% true information. There are many more here. And you can see them all over social media. Doesn't matter which social media site it is. They're all over. They're everywhere. Trying to wake everyone up. But yeah, this is not an easy journey, guys. Not an easy journey. Some days I'm like, what was I thinking? You know, every day I wonder what's going to happen today. What do I have to get through to the next day and to keep going, right? And don't get me wrong, my journey has helped me ascend. So I am so grateful for it. And the souls that are sent into our experience are to help us grow and evolve. And they challenge us. It's part of the journey. This is information you need to know. But they are there to help challenge you. Okay? To help you ascend. To help you go higher. To raise your frequency. To get you out of the low frequencies. But I know so many are going through unimaginable things. And this has gone way too far. Way too far. When you know that your life is in danger on a daily basis, you have to question everything you do, everywhere you go, who to trust, who not to trust. These are the things that are on the minds of many right now. And for you that are not awake, for you that are not on this journey, you have a different purpose here, which you might not realize what that purpose is yet, but you do. Because everyone has a purpose here right now. We just chose a different journey. We, the Divine Collective, chose this journey to help everyone down here understand the journey, understand how to ascend, how to go higher, how to make this change, this transition that we're all going through right now, from dark to light, going into the age of Aquarius. Okay? There had to be souls that awakened first to help you through the darkness. Okay, we had to train in the darkness. And we did it our whole lives. And guys, if I could tell you some of my stories, I'm telling you. I mean, the spiritual warfare that we are in is heavy. And it's not easy. And if you think we have an easy life, I mean, oh my gosh. I'll tell you some of the things that I've been through. I've been blown down the street by a tornado when I was young, when I was probably 8 or 9 years old. I was blown down the street by a tornado on my bike, and I didn't have to pedal it. And somehow I made it all the way home without a scratch on me. When I don't remember how old I was. I got extremely sick. And I was throwing up and throwing up and throwing up. And I threw up so much that the whites of my eyes turned blood red because the blood vessels in my eyes broke. And I was going to a Catholic school. And I had to go to my school looking like the devil himself with all red eyes for 2 weeks until it cleared up. And I got harassed, humiliated, laughed at. You know, we go through some pretty severe experiences. I've almost frozen to death. I've almost drowned. I've been in multiple car accidents. I've hit I don't know how many deer with my cars over the years. All of my relationships. I'm not even going to go there right now. The devil knew who we were when we came into this world, guys. And everybody knew who I was. And the devil sends people in to do anything to make your life a living hell. Your relationships are sent in. And I could go really far on that. Your friends are not who you thought they were. So many different things, guys, that not only happened to me and are still happening to me, but are happening to so many right now. I mean, the last 3 places that I lived, well, in my current place, I have people follow me, keeping an eye on me, giving me nasty looks. I know that people have been in my homes, that I was being surveilled. Excuse me. I witnessed people videotaping me, taking pictures of me while laughing. I had things on my property moved, inside and outside of my home. Things were being moved. Okay. People in our lives, especially relationships, some live double lives, guys. Lying, cheating, stealing. Hold on. Put up my window. Tell you what, my name was dragged through the mud in the residence that I lived at for 25 years, in the community I lived in for 25 years. My name was dragged through the mud. Defamation of character. I wondered why all of my neighbors were acting differently towards me, or stopped talking to me, or when I moved, my new neighbors were fine one minute, and then the next didn't want anything to do with me, and would laugh when I walked by, or everybody changed around me. So many were acting differently. Rumors were being spread about me. Unfortunately, this awakening journey challenges you in every single way. It does strengthen you, that's for sure. But these challenges, a lot of people trying to set us up. These are the experiences that Earth Angels go through. People trying to set us up for things that we didn't do, using our energy. We have abundant energy. And guys, the devil can be in anybody. The devil is not someone red with horns, okay? The devil can be in anybody. If they are working from low vibration, if they're a low vibrational being, they can get attachments. They might not even know what they're doing. They might know or not know that how they're acting is wrong because they're being controlled. But when you can see behind the mask of people and see in their eyes who they really are, it's hard to know, even though I can recognize, pretty much who's who. It's hard to know who to trust. And I know this is 100% true. And even though some don't believe me, even my daughter recognizes what's happening. She notices how people look at us, the stares, the nasty looks they give us, and she gets, upset. She's understanding. Not totally, but she's understanding to a point. She sees it. People can call me crazy all they want to, but I can tell you what. I predicted a lot of things. A lot of things that happened before they happened. So, low vibrational beings, they can lie all they want and call us crazy and stupid and dumb and an easy target and call us other nasty things. But they know exactly what they're doing. Many of us are being framed for things that we didn't do. Many have dealt with life insurance policies on many in their family. Kids. Many are dealing with copycats and forged signatures. Many are dealing with mail issues. Someone's messing with the mail. At my last residence, and guys, don't get me wrong, there was many people that were very nice at my last location. But things were pretty heavy there when I moved. Things started up again. Being followed, watched. It was a constant thing. And I lived right by an airport. Planes going over me constantly. So I understand this, okay? That I live near an airport. But when I would take walks in private areas, like cemetery or, something that's quieter, with my dog, so I get away from the noise. Or I would go along the beach, walk my dog. Helicopters were flying over me constantly. And they were going back and forth, turning around, coming back over. This was not just a one-time thing because I was by an airport. They were turning around and going over me. And when I really started to notice this was when I would take off and go miles down the road to go walk the beach with my dog, and all of a sudden a helicopter comes out of nowhere and is flying right along the lake, right on the shoreline above me. This happened multiple times. This is much bigger than what I thought. Much, much bigger. And here's another interesting thing, guys. I mean, when you're awakened, okay, God leads you back to situations that happened in your life that you've forgotten about. Okay, God helps you remember those details that happened to you. And I will always remember this detail, but I didn't remember it for a long time. After my son was born, while we were in the hospital still, he had some issues when he was born. So did my other child, okay? When my son was born, I had a nurse come up to me and asked me if my children, or no, she didn't ask me. It wasn't an ask. It was an already thing. It was already set up that both of my children were test cases. And at the time I was like, what? But now I look back and I'm like, why were they test cases? Both of my kids. I'd really like to know the details on that. But all these things that Spirit helps me remember, things that have happened to me in my life and why they happened to me. A lot of the collective are going through some horrible things right now. They're isolated because they don't know who to trust. When you are at a high vibration, okay, high frequency, like a Wi-Fi channel that you can't see, okay? You know it's there, but you can't see it. When you are at a high frequency, lower frequency beings know who you are. They can see you in the spirit, just like you can see them. Okay, they know who you are because they can see your light. And a lot of times, they're going to not do nice things to you. Or they're going to try. This shite is real, guys. Wait, I would love to be, well, I would love to go relive that moment when I said I would sign up for this journey. Here's another thing, guys. If you don't know what this is, you might want to look it up and look up some things on social media, because we're being shown everything that was hidden from us about this realm, about the spiritual realm. I just lost my train of thought. Oh, destiny swapping. It's a real thing. And if you're trying to destiny swap with a higher vibrational being, guess what you're going to have to take on? You're going to have to live the life that person went through, that soul went through. And let me tell you, it ain't easy. It's a tough journey. Try not to swear in this video. And I'm not a big swearer, but to understand more of what's going on right now, you have to understand how the spiritual realm works. Because the spiritual realm is more important than down here. It always happens there first. It always happens up there first before it happens here. They know everything that's going on down here. But let me tell you guys, I'm still grateful. I am still grateful for this journey because it helped open my eyes to what I couldn't see. It's helped protect me. It's helped me understand that angels are real, but the devil's real as well. And the devil can hide in anybody without you even knowing. But you're still seeing it everywhere out there. You're still seeing people act out, hurting others. You know, they're changing before your eyes. You're not recognizing who they used to be. They're changing. They're being spiritually attacked. And understand that we are in a spiritual war and that this is not personal, this is spiritual. And souls that are low vibrational have a lot of trauma on them that they haven't healed. So they're more susceptible to being attacked, to getting entity attachments. And this is happening too, guys. God is waking others up to show them what they've been doing without realizing what they've been doing. Okay? He's making them aware of actions that they didn't even know they were doing. And a lot of the time, these souls are traumatized from certain situations in their life that they haven't healed from. And they add a lot of darkness onto them. They carry a lot of dark energy. And they've lost sight of God, or they don't believe in God. And they work from the opposite energy. And every day, well, I try to remind myself every day, but when things like this happen, when things happen to me, I try to remind myself that that person has been traumatized in one way or the other. And they are working from that time in their life where they were traumatized. Okay? They haven't passed that time in their life. You know, they may be older physically, but they may be immature mentally. Their mind has not matured because their growth was stunted from that experience. So they're living like at a younger age, like at immature age. So I try to remind myself that these souls have been traumatized and they're acting out from their pain. But every day we have a choice. You have a choice to make a good decision or a bad decision. And whatever decision you make, you have to deal with the consequences. Because whatever energy you put out there comes back. It's just the way it works. It's the way the universe works. You have to be very mindful of what you send out into the world, towards yourself, towards others, because that energy returns. And when you understand that the more awake you are, the more protected you are. Maybe some people out there will start the journey, opening your chakras, understanding how to release trauma off your body. I do it in many of my videos to help heal yourself from the inside out so that you don't carry dark energy, all that pain from your lifetime. You don't carry all of that, and you will be less susceptible of being spiritually attacked. This is how it works. So I want you all to be aware. You may believe in God outside of yourself, where you have to go into a building. It's not the way it works. They want you to believe God is outside of you. They don't want you to understand and know that God is inside of you and you have access at all times, because the answers are within you. You have access to that information. The more you heal, the more you can see and come back to God. The Bible is an ascension process, okay? And no weapon formed against me shall prosper. But yeah, I'm making this video because, first of all, it's hard to trust anyone when these experiences are happening constantly, okay? You don't know who to trust. So I'm making this video to make sure that others are aware that there's plotting and planning going on behind my back and all around me. And it's been happening for years, guys. I've just become more aware of it in the last few years. And I know I'm protected. My ancestors protect me, my angels, my guides, archangels. But I'm tired of all this plotting and planning. A lot of people don't want this information out. They want it all hidden. My spirit guides, they give me heads up on what everybody's doing. And I'm keeping tabs. I may not lead on to some that I know things are going on, but I do. I'm keeping tabs. I'm watching every move. But I want you all to be aware of what's going on right now. And that so many earth angels that decided to come back here to help you get through this dark time that's happening right now during this transition. Okay, so many of us are being attacked in so many ways. And some are still asleep. Some are not even awakened yet. But we need this information out there. Please share it. We need this information to get to so many. The more you know will protect you, because awareness is key. Knowledge is power. We are all powerful beings under God. We all have abilities like God because we're children of God. You have access to Him, to the spiritual realm inside of you. All the answers are inside of you. You just have to make the effort. You have to find Him. You have to get out in the natural world where God is, what God created for us. It's all out there. That's where I found Him. Getting out in nature, being alone, being in hermit mode. And I still am a lot. And it's a hard transition right now. Not just that I relocated again, but because I just don't know who to trust right now. And I'm tired of being in that space of wondering who should be in my life and who shouldn't be. Who should I tell what to? Are they going to believe me? Are they going to try to do something behind my back? Are they going to try to frame me for something I didn't do or say? On and on and on and on and on and on and on. If you don't believe what is happening right now, please start this journey to help open your eyes. Because even if you can't see it, doesn't mean that it's not happening, that it's not there. You just have a blindfold on. You can't see and you can't hear. And when God wakes you up, like He has awakened so many souls right now, when God wakes you up, He makes it obvious. And it will be every day. He'll show you things. God shows me everything. God leads my eyes to see what I need to see. And here comes a car pulled up right behind me. Imagine that. People try to intimidate me. They try to scare me all the time. They want me to lower my frequency because fear is a low vibrational frequency. So they can attack me. The higher you are in the spirit, the higher you are the higher frequency you are, the more you are protected. So it's detrimental that you start this journey. You have free will to do it or not. But my advice is to start it ASAP. Please do. It is an amazing journey. It's a magical journey. But it is also a very tough journey. Because you're going to have to face all of your demons. You're going to have to see that everything around you has been a lie. Everything's been an illusion. It's been kept hidden from you. I want to remind everyone here, okay, that we are all energy beings. We all have the power with our energy to manifest what we want here, for the good or the opposite. Okay? But because of that, some have manipulated a lot of things in this world for greed, for clout, for status, for money, for whatever. You have the ability to do with your energy with what you want to do with it. But there are consequences for using it for the wrong purposes. And that's up to spirit. Because karma is real. So real. I've had to deal with it. Many are dealing with it now. It's important to stay centered with your energy. It's important to be in your heart space. It's important to help others and not hurt others. Universal law. For the greatest good to all and harm to none. Manifest what you want in this world. Do with your energy with what you will. But it's supposed to be for the greatest good for all and harm to none. So again, I want you to be aware of what's happening right now. The more you wake up, the more you're going to be able to see. And so many are trying to help right now. So many are giving so much information on social media sites, all over YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, so many others, Rumble, Telegram. The more information that you learn, and the more information you watch and listen to, the more you're going to be able to discern the truth. Okay, one day it'll just click. If it shows up on your social media site, you're meant to see it. Even if you don't believe it. Watch content. And eventually, it might take a while, but you will discern what the truth is from the lie. From the big lie that's happening out there. That's trying to believe, or that's trying to get you to believe everything outside of you. That the answers are outside of you. When you are the truth. You are your own answer if you just do the work. So many of us guys people are trying to harm us in any way possible. I was followed through one of my neighborhoods. They were waiting for me to come around the corner in one of my old neighborhoods in the middle of winter, sitting there in a truck with their lights on. And they followed me every street I went down, and I knew right away that they were following me. And I turned down different streets because I didn't want to lead them to my house. But every street that I turned down, they followed me. And I finally lost them. But let me tell you, so many are going through experiences like this, of being intimidated, trying to scare us, being stalked. Shoot, a lot of people wanted me to take myself out, tried to isolate me, trying to make me believe that I didn't have anyone in my life. I was blind at the time. I couldn't see. I was like in a trance for a long, long time. My cortisol level was off the charts. But yeah, I couldn't see straight. I was stressed out all the time, and I was in fight or flight mode. And things would happen and then I would forget. And then things would happen and I'd forget. Spell work. For a long time. If you don't believe in spell work, I'm here to tell you it's 100% real. Voodoo, hoodoo, Santeria, black magic, jar spells, come back to me spells. And I've had a lot done on me over my lifetime. And people are still trying to do it. But a lot of it is being returned to sender. And it's not by me. God decides that. God says, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. I don't take revenge out on anyone. I stay to myself. I'm by myself. And with some of my family. All the time. I have very limited people in my life. For good reason. But yeah. It's unreal. I was taking pictures for my community for years. Years and years. Not bothering anyone. In my plants and flowers, gardening, awakening at the time. Didn't realize it, but I was. Not bothering a soul. And I had no idea the rumors that were going around about me. I had an idea, but I had no idea at the same time. But now I do. Walk in a grocery store and you get nasty looks from people that you don't even know. Didn't feel safe. Spirits guided me, told me when to move, keeps me on my toes. But God protects me. God shows me the way through, shows me the right path. My ancestors, spirit guides, my angels, they've all helped me. And I'm still here. I have healed so much within myself that I see beyond the matrix. And I know there's a lot of dark energies that are trying to hurt me, that are sending darkness my way. And I'm not the only one that's going through this. Understand this. So many others are in similar situations, just like me. And if you don't believe me, this is how I'm going to show you how serious I am about my message today. I am asking my President Donald J. Trump, for help. Not just for me, but for all the other Earth Angels, light workers, star seeds. So many that are here to help. I'm asking for your help. We need everyone to know what's happening right now. I know that you know. I know that you know. "17th letter team, witches, warlocks, and puppet masters. I know that you know. We need your help. We need you to go public with letting everyone know that we're here. The truth needs to come out. So many need your help, Mr. President. I know that we are shifting. I know that we are moving into the age of Aquarius. I know that we are here for a purpose, to make change in this world, to make good changes. Okay, I know the best is yet to come. But this information needs to come out, needs to go public. The truth of what's happening right now, to help awaken others, to help awaken the Earth Angels that are asleep, that are stuck, from warlocks, trying to control them, like I was. I am a Libra. My sign is all about justice, balancing the scales. I am the angel of justice. And I want justice for my situation. I want the truth to come out about what's been happening to me and who is all involved and that are still involved in trying to hurt me. Just like so many others. We all need help. But again, by divine authority and by the divine collective, to my president, Donald J. Trump, we are asking for your help. Please help us. This is Kristen from A Voice and a View, and I am an Earth Angel. Peace, love, and light, guys. Bye. Love you all.